Now there's very few bad cameras on the market right now. However, I do feel like the Panasonic LUMIX GH7 is one of the most versatile cameras for pro videographers. It just provides a lot of different options, everything from speeding up your workflow to scaling your productions and getting hired for other types of video shoots. So let's talk about that a little bit. How does the GH7 speed up your video productions? Well, right now, it's all about speed when it comes to production because these clients are wanting to get their content out on social media or on their website. I'm not shooting a whole lot for TV right now, but I am shooting for social media, and they do want to speed up those productions and get those out. Well, what you're going to need for social media are those vertical reels especially. And so with the open gate shoot setting on the GH7, that's going to allow you to basically shoot first, shoot, and then crop later. So you can get one shot. You don't have to flip the camera like this. You can get one shot with that open gate setting because it's going to use the full sensor. So you're going to have full resolution, vertically, horizontally, the full resolution of the sensor, and that's going to allow you to crop in more so, but it's also going to allow you to crop vertically and horizontally for any type of, deliverable that you need to do for the client. Another way that the GH7 is going to speed up your production and speed up your workflow is the real-time LUT feature. Now, I'm a huge proponent, especially since the GH6 and, with S5 II, S5 IIX, I've been loving shooting in Vlog. But what you can do with the GH7 is shoot with a real-time LUT. And here's how it's going to speed up your workflow. You can go and create a custom look for all of your different clients. All right, so then you can just shoot in that real-time LUT feature for those different clients and have that custom look already built into your camera, and then you don't have to worry too much. If it's about speed, there's different productions that you're gonna wanna spend a lot of time on the color grade and things like that. But if you're not doing that and you are shooting for social media and shooting for speed, shooting with a real-time LUT might be a pretty good option just for that turnaround time. So build a custom LUT for, whatever, depending on the look and style that your clients are going for. Maybe you have a company that's, has a vintage look to it or something. Build a vintage style LUT, or I have LUTs down in the description. You can just download those. I actually have some vintage style LUTs down there. Download those and then upload those to your GH7 and use those LUTs for your different clients. So you can really customize the look for your clients. Another way it's going to speed up your workflow is just the Frame.io integration. So with the GH7, you can directly upload those proxy files that you're getting from the GH7. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm kind of thinking on the fly here. Let me put it this way. One of the biggest bottlenecks for solo videographers and solo, video company owners is the editing piece. So if you can outsource the editing, I feel like you're going to be able to take on more projects. And one of the ways you're going to be able to do that is by sending those files through Frame.io to your remote editor. And then what that's going to allow you to do is basically get very quick edits. That's going to obviously speed up the workflow and make the client happier, especially if it's for social media. Okay, so the GH7 is definitely going to speed up your workflow. So I think that's one of the reasons it's one of the best cameras for pro videographers. The other thing about the GH7 is that I really feel like it gives you an opportunity to scale up your productions. And what do I mean by that? Well, you have shoot features on here like internal ProRes RAW. So there might be some specific clients that ask for specific shoot settings. Now, personally, I don't get that a ton because I'm shooting for, like I said, mostly social media. And so it doesn't require a lot of that, but there might be certain clients that you want to work with, maybe bigger brands that are going to require just a little bit different shoot settings. And that was the battery. That was not me making that noise. But they might require, you know, some of these heftier or different shoot settings like a ProRes RAW. Well, the GH7, you can record internal ProRes RAW. That's going to allow you to kind of possibly get some bigger productions. The other thing, and you know, this was big news when the GH7 came out, but just the ability to shoot with the AreaLog C3 color profile. Now that alone could definitely get you on some bigger shoots, just because you could come in with your GH7 and kind of be like a C-cam shooter, or you know, maybe a little bit more of a crash cam if they need something that, you know, they're shooting high-end productions with their Arri cameras, but they need something to fit into a little vehicle or something along those lines, or mount to a vehicle. The GH7 would be a perfect camera for something like that. Can't get this battery in. Let's go. Almost got it. Let's go. Let's latch. Got it. So that AreaLog C3 color profile and the ability to upgrade to that color profile with the GH7 could potentially get you on some bigger video shoots, if that's something that you would want to do. I think I got the battery all set up. I should check this. Oh yeah, we're good. The other thing that could potentially allow you to get on some bigger shoots with this is just the ability that you have with, well, maybe I shouldn't say get on bigger shoots, but the ability to just kind of scale production a little bit more is that 32-bit float combined with the XLR2, 32-bit float audio. I mean, honestly, on a like prosumer camera like this, that's a really big deal that you have that ability, and that's gonna allow you a lot more flexibility in your audio. So maybe you are somebody that shoots a lot of interviews. You know, there might be some clients specifically looking for some features like that. And so just having those tools that you might not use all the time, right? You might not use all those tools all the time, but the fact that you have them in a camera like this gives you the ability to kind of scale production and possibly get on some bigger video shoots if that's something, if that's the direction that you would want to go with your production. All right, so the other reason why I think that the GH7, well, why so many people are loving the GH7 this year is just the versatility that you have with the actual camera body. Now, this has, like, it has some pretty hefty shoot settings, right? But it has built-in fans, so you're never gonna overheat when it comes to any type of video shoot that you're gonna do, even if it's like a long event and you kind of need to just keep that camera on all the time. The GH7 is definitely not gonna overheat for you. The other thing is that, like what I'm doing right here, I mean, it's just easy to rig out. So the shoot that I'm going on right after this video is, I'm gonna be doing a lot of handheld work with it. And so I just wanted to rig it in a way that is easy to operate just by holding it, not putting on a gimbal or anything like that. I can toss it real quick on a tripod for if I need like a steady shot. But the main thing is just the ability that I have with it to rig it out. It's so easy to rig it out, especially, you know, I like the small rig Black Mamba cage personally for what I'm doing. So just having the ability to rig it out, make it as small as I want or make it as big as I want. The other thing the GH7 offers, especially where I live, this is very important, and I'm going to be outdoors today actually, is just the weather seal that you have with the GH7. A lot of these other accessories that I'm putting on here aren't necessarily weather sealed, so I could, once we go outside after the indoor part of the shoot, I could strip this whole thing down and just be ready to go in case it's like snowing. So it gets really cold here. It's actually super cold today. It's like 20 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's, I mean, it could be snowing right now too. So we're gonna be doing some outdoor shoots, but just knowing that it's weather sealed gives me a lot of confidence going into any type of professional production like what I'm doing today. The GH7 also has a 25.2 micro four thirds sensor. I think my mic is getting all messed up. I can't find the HDMI for, oh, there it is. Don't mind me. There it is. 25.2 megapixel micro four thirds sensor. And the thing about the micro four thirds sensor is, like, yes, it's not full frame, and it does kind of seem like full frame is all the rage right now on some of these things, on some of these cameras. But the micro four thirds sensor gives you a lot of versatility. You can adapt a bunch of different lenses. There's a huge lineup of lenses, micro four thirds lenses, but also, you know, PL mount. It makes it super easy to adapt lenses. On this one, I'm using the 25 to 50 f1.7, the Leica, LUMIX Leica, 25 to 50 for this particular shoot. That's gonna, I mean, I'm just going one lens on this shoot, but it is a, you know, a zoom lens. So it's not like I'm not using cinema lenses or anything on this, but you do have a lot of versatility when it comes to that micro four thirds sensor. The other thing that kind of allows me to shoot handheld like this, and this is a pretty heavy rig, could use like a easy rig system or something to kind of hold it, but what was I saying? Oh, the IBIS. Dual IBIS at 7.5 stops. So I'm not using a stabilized lens, but if I were, like maybe the 12 to 35 millimeter f2.8, that has optical image stabilization. So if I combine the GH7 with a lens like that has built-in optical image stabilization, I will be getting 7.5 stops of IBIS, which, is that gimbal-like? That's pretty close to being gimbal-like. So just so you know, it makes it really easy to do a lot of handheld type shooting. And then, this is the kicker of it all, this body, this versatile body, is $2,000. Yes, that does not include a lens, I understand that, but the body alone is $2,000. So you're getting the potential to speed up your workflow, to scale your productions in this versatile body for $2,000. Well, I am gonna go on a shoot right now. I'm gonna head out, pack up, head out, eat lunch, go to a shoot. Let me know what you think down in the comments about the GH7. Are you in the market for any new camera this year? I do have links down in the description if you're interested in those, and that totally helps support this channel. So I'd appreciate it if you use those. But are you in the market? I would highly consider maybe rent a GH7 first, just to kind of feel it out, see what it feels like, you know, using it on a shoot. But I really do think that there's a lot of potential with the GH7 to just grow as a professional videographer. Let me know down in the comments. And also, I've got this video that's popping up right here, that YouTube might think that YouTube thinks you might like. So check that video out, and I will see you over there.